That's the sound you want to hear when you're doing fried chicken. You can hear how crispy that chicken is.
Richard, happy to see you on the greens again, getting that handicap down. How many days a week do you play golf, kid? Hey, welcome back into the kitchen. Now, I've got a big challenge for you. I'd like to see how you can take your famous, delicious fried chicken sandwich to the next level. Now, honestly, I don't want to see a sort of standard run of the mill chicken sandwich. I want to see something next level. Show me that Richard Blaze has the ingenuity and the hustle to create something stunning. FYI, what hair gel are you using? That thing never goes down. Man, it's a right little tufty. Right, let's get clucking. Good luck.
Welcome to Next Level Kitchen, where Gordon Ramsay is challenging the mentors of Next Level Chef to make dishes that can take your cooking to the next level. And today, I'm showing you a dish I'm really excited for because it's a marriage of things I love: salad, social media, and fried chicken. I'm calling it my stuffed chicken Caesar salad sandwich. Let's go. First thing we're gonna do is we are going to fry our chicken. So we start our chicken by marinating in some buttermilk. So I have some chicken thighs that are marinating in buttermilk. It's great because the buttermilk has a natural acidity to it, a sweetness, and you're actually starting to kind of cook the chicken in the buttermilk. That's gonna keep it super, super tender. Now, I have a couple of tricks that I like to put into my buttermilk mixture as well, and here's the key, here's the secret. Well, it's pickle juice, but I'm on the top level of Next Level Chef, so it's not just sweet pickle juice, it's cornichons, which are sweet pickles, but they just sound super, super fancy, right? So I'm gonna take a little bit of sweet pickle juice, the cornichon juice, and I'm gonna add that to this buttermilk mixture. And because I wanna have some seasoning in here too, I'm gonna add a dash of my favorite hot sauce. So a little bit of hot sauce as well. Because you wanna season everything as you're cooking a little bit as you go. So I'm gonna kind of mix this up: buttermilk, hot sauce, a little bit of cornichon juice, and these chicken thighs. So we have our chicken marinating. You could actually do this a couple hours before. You can do it in the moment, or you could do it the night before. And then we're gonna simply take that chicken and we're gonna add it to what's called our dredge. This is flour that we're gonna season. So we're gonna season a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, a little bit of garlic, a lot of garlic. I love garlic in my chicken, quite honestly. A little bit of onion powder as well. Gotta be careful on Next Level Chef. Our chefs use too much of this stuff sometimes. And then a little bit of cayenne. I'll be honest with you, cayenne scares me. Cayenne, the dried spice, is super, super fancy. So if you're worried about adding too much spice to something or an ingredient you wanna be really mindful of, always add it to a spoon or your hand first, then add it to the thing that you wanna season so you don't accidentally dump a bunch of a seasoning you don't want in something. Okay, so I have my dredge right here. It's the cayenne, onion, garlic, salt, pepper, and AP flour. I have my chicken thighs that are marinating, and I'm just gonna lay this out. Now what we're gonna do really, really simply is tongs. Boom, there it is. And then I just wanna keep my hands generally dry here. Make sure that the chicken is all lathered up in that buttermilk mixture. Then I'm just gonna lay it down in this dredge. And I actually like if these little bits and pieces of the buttermilk get in the dredge. And then real quick, we just wanna make sure that our chicken gets all of this flour on it. And you can actually do this part and let it sit in the fridge for a couple of hours. And actually, if you let it sit in the fridge like this, it'll get more crackly as some of that flour sort of blooms and gets absorbed into the chicken. This is also, the no hand washing way too. If you get freaked out about raw chicken, I know you do, some people do. This is a way to not make a massive mess by just using tongs and a fork right here. Actually, did I get rid of it already? This is something, you know what's really weird? I'm gonna take you into inside baseball. One of our contestants did this last year, where they took this mixture and sort of added it. It made these little lumpy little bits, and they made a really delicious fried chicken. I'm not gonna tell you who it was. It was Jordan. Jordan did this last year, really, really smart. And by adding these sort of layers of the batter to it, it's gonna give it a nice, beautiful texture to it. Really, really love that. And okay, my chicken is seasoned. Again, you can let this sit if you want. I'm gonna fry that right now. I have my little portable fryer It is set to 400 degrees. And really simply, with the fork, you want to be careful, very, very careful. Just let that chicken go in there. And you can kind of see all those little bits and pieces and the crackly little pieces on it. All right, remember the flour has been seasoned. And that chicken's going to fry. And now we're going to get on to making our sandwich. So first thing I want to do is get my bread. I have some ciabatta. It's a light, airy bread. It's got a high water content to it. What we're going to do is cut off the ends of it. And that's pretty big, but I think I can do it here. We just want to come through the bread. And we're going to make one sort of long hero sort of piece. A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper on this bread. We're seasoning everything a little bit as we go. All right, so we have our ciabatta. We have our griddle heating up over here. A little bit of olive oil there. A little bit of olive oil maybe on the bread. And what we want to do is we want to toast our bread. A little bit of butter. Okay, check in on our chicken. That's starting to look really, really good. We have some butter melting over here on our griddle. And let's get going. Capture that butter. Okay, we'll flavor that butter a little bit with a little bit of garlic over here. Again, anytime that I'm using garlic, just a little smash, and let that just live on the board over there with the bread, chicken, and our chicken. This might be my dinner, guys. Okay, we want to get this nice and flat and get it nice and browned as well. So I'll add this pot sort of right to the top of this. We get that nice and golden brown. And now it's time to make our Caesar dressing because we're making a fried chicken Caesar salad sandwich or a fried chicken Caesar. And to make our dressing, we're going to pull up our bowl and we're going to start with 2 egg yolks, right? So 2 egg yolks. This is how Caesar salad is made. To be honest, you can start with mayonnaise if you want, but this is the authentic way to do it. A little bit of garlic. I'm not going to smash this. We're going to grate it. About a half of a clove of garlic. I think Caesar salad is about 3 things. It's about lemon juice, garlic, and black pepper and Parmesan. That's 4 things. I think Caesar salad is about 4 things. We're going to throw in a little bit of a Dijon, depending on the mustard you use. Be careful it's not too strong. Then we're going to add an ingredient that some people don't know is in Caesar salad, and that is anchovies. So we're going to grab 1 or 2 fillets of anchovies. Okay, drop a little bit of oil in there as well, maybe the anchovy oil. Anchovy's going to bring lots of salt. Let me check my bread. Bread's coming out good. We're going to pull that off the fire and just let that hang out, finish making our dressing. And with the anchovies, what I'm going to do is just use the tip of my knife and just sort of crush the fillet so that you're not really eating a big chunk of anchovy. I'm not a fan of the Caesar salads that put the anchovies on top of the salad. I kind of want to not know the anchovies are there. That's just me. I'll run my knife through it. Okay, get some anchovy into there as well. All right, let's check in on our chicken real quick. There it is. This is what I was talking about, that little technique. And I'm not ashamed to admit it. I learned this on Next Level Chef from one of our competitors. Look at all the texture that's on that fried chicken. You know, as a chef, it doesn't matter if you're a mentor, it doesn't matter what you're doing, it doesn't matter how many stars you have. We're constantly learning. It's the absolute joy of what we do. Eternal students. Listen, that just came out of the fryer. Anytime something comes out of the fryer, just a little bit more salt. Okay, that goes off to the side. Let's finish making our dressing. We need some black pepper. We need a little bit of salt. We need a little drip or 2 or 3 of Worcestershire. Worcestershire has a little bit of anchovies in it. It's got a lot of amazing flavors in there, namely umami. That's really, really important. Also, a lemon, cut that in half. Roll your lemon so you get all the oils out of it. A little drip of hot sauce, I don't mind. I'm gonna need a whisk. Tough toss. I got a whisk. Okay, here we go. So now we're making basically like a version of mayonnaise. All right, so what we're doing is we have yolks and all of those seasoning, and then what you do is just slowly drip in the olive oil. Wet rag. Okay, here's a tip that I love. If you're whisking like this, sometimes this is a two-person job. We have a wet rag on the cutting board will stop this bowl from moving around as I make the sauce, the Caesar dressing. Okay, so again, this is an emulsion, right? The egg yolk's emulsifying. The mustard helps it as an emulsifier. And you can see we're making our fresh Caesar dressing. And then once you get it going, then you can sort of add a lot more oil a lot faster once you have that basic emulsion going. It's like that Aerosmith song, Sweet Emulsion. It's not emulsion? Okay, there we go. Enough olive oil in there. Now we're gonna finish this off, right? So it's pretty thick as is. Look at that dressing. Now I love it. That's a nice dressing. It's a little too thick, so we're gonna thin it down with lots of lemon juice. More lemon juice. More black pepper, I can tell it needs. I can tell because I wanna see the black pepper in here, right? I'm actually gonna add a handful of Parmesan snow to the dressing as well. Let's taste. It's good, good to go. Now we're gonna make our Caesar salad part of this. We have romaine lettuce, and this is gonna be simple. We don't need to get crazy here, but I am. I'm gonna season my Caesar salad right on this cutting board. Here's how I like to do the romaine. I make one cut through one side of it, one cut through the other side, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cut it up into really big pieces, and then we're gonna chop the rest of this up on the board. So we're gonna make a big mess, basically. Add a little bit more black pepper to it. I'm gonna add some more cheese to it, just like we would season this if we were making a Caesar salad. I'm gonna also add some of our crispy fried chicken. That's the sound you wanna hear when you're doing fried chicken, right? We're gonna add that to it as well, all of our fried chicken. That sometimes, listen, you use all your senses when you're cooking, and I'm hearing that, you can hear how crispy that chicken is, right? Okay, we got our chicken, we got our cheese, we got our pepper. Now, of course, we're gonna just drip in our dressing. This is also fun because we're making a mess. And sometimes, my favorite part of Next Level Chef is making an absolute mess. I like a Caesar salad, quite honestly, a little bit overdressed. You know, a lot of people are cautious with their dressing. Not when it comes to Caesar. A little bit more of that lemon juice, little bit of salt, and we're just really gonna just mix this up. Look at this guy. Look at this. Look at this. I'm getting excited. Do we have enough Parmesan for it? I don't know if we do. Okay, bread. Boom. Okay, we're mixing up our salad. We got all of our dressing on there. And then real simple, we're just gonna plate this. Again, we want a good portion. Make sure we get enough fried chicken. Almost, the fried chicken here is almost playing the role of croutons. Although I guess you could say the bread is playing the role of croutons as well. I like to overstuff this. This is supposed to be a big sandwich. This is a celebratory thing. Make sure I get all of the chicken in here. I like that, I like that. All of the chicken. Making a mess, but gotta do it. Gotta do it. Okay, all the dressing. All the dressing. Okay, here it is. Okay, light little press on that guy. Turn it around, and we're getting ready. Oh, I can hear the chicken getting cut through that. This is great because it's for everyone on Next Level Chef. All the mentors, all the contestants alike. There we go. Stack it on top. Jam that out. There it is. And listen, this is a nice little thing, whether it's a burger or a sandwich, you put skewers in it, so it holds it alive, holds it on top. And there it is, messy, delicious, and absolute next level chicken Caesar sandwich.
Now, thank you so much for watching Next Level Kitchen, and don't forget to subscribe for more amazing videos.